So, welcome to Diploma in Sport and Exercise Nutrition. Hopefully you're looking at a version of your own student home area. Hopefully you've clicked on the following link in order to be able to watch this video. So, the course is made up of 13 modules, each with their own sub-modules. Here is an example of Module 1 with 4 sub-modules. Next to that in the table there is assessments. The assessments are multiple choice assessments. In this case, each of the sub-modules in Module 1 do not have any assessments. Module 1 is assessed via a workbook. So hopefully you're going to work through each of the sub-modules in chronological order. So click on the first one. So every module has a signpost. Signpost is there to frame and structure your learning and to highlight key terms that you may not have come across already. So you can pause and fast forward and rewind the player as necessary and choose the chapters that you want to. We recommend you watch them all through at least once before choosing to dive in and out as necessary. So again, the signpost here will highlight all the key terms and bits and pieces that you need to know in order to understand and get the most out of the research papers and articles. Once you have read this, you'll have articles to read. So Module 1's sub-module, Doping in Sport, has 8 articles to read. These articles are mandatory reading, and without that you will not be able to pass the workbook sufficiently. So the code is the first one, and we've got 8 more articles like that. So 7 plus the code. So if you go up, we use a flash-based player for our PDFs. So if you click expand, you can then just read it as a normal book. Okay. If you want to go onto one page, you can also do that and read it in more information or perhaps a little bigger. So once you've done all the sub-modules, so there's 4 there, we then expect you to work through the workbook. So there's one workbook for every module. So this workbook, once I get to the correct section, should tell you what you need to do. So the key points really with the workbook are that you must send it to nutrition@corefitnesseducation.co.uk, and you must also correctly label the file name. So the file name should be the module that you're in. So in this case, Module 1 is Doping for Sport, and it should have your full name as well as the date that you've submitted the work. The rest of the workbook is an editable PDF, so you are able to type in as necessary and move on. Make sure you save the PDF at regular intervals under that particular file name in order to make sure that you don't lose any of the work. The workbook is a series of short essay questions. You are required to get at least 80% in order to pass. Once you have submitted your workbook, it will then take about 2 to 3 weeks to mark before you will receive your result. Once you have passed, you are then able to progress on to the next module. If you have not passed, you will be given relevant feedback in order for you to then try again. You may attempt the workbook as many times as possible. However, you will not be able to move on to the next module till you have passed the previous one. If you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to email info@corefitnesseducation.co.uk or contact myself through the email or bio that can be found in each of the signposts. Hope you enjoy the course. Thank you.